Hello and welcome to this introductory case study in this course, How to Become a Successful Data Scientist. So, in this lecture, we will look at this case study of becoming a successful data scientist. And this is a case study of, a plateau problem, how a struggling analyst becomes a successful data scientist through a precision learning strategy. And what that is, we will see. And it is, an interesting case study with deep, insightful solution on how an individual becomes a successful data scientist, despite overwhelming obstacles, skill gaps, and self-doubt. So let's dig into this case study, right? So what is the situation? What is the background or context? So it's about Marina, name mask, face mask, a 27-year-old works as a junior analyst in a mid-sized, fintech company, but she wants to desperately get into the data scientist role, right? But she has looks like impossible obstacles, right? She does not have either a science, technology, engineering, or math degree, STEM. She's a BA in economics. She has only used Excel and Power BI, not Python or ML. And she feels intimidated by statistics and math heavy concepts. And her company's DS team rarely mentors junior. That is another important thing. So, who does she go to for mentoring? And online courses overwhelm her with complex code and jargon. Every month she starts a new course, every month she drops it halfway, and she feels stuck in the plateau problem. And she feels like I'm working hard but not moving forward. Maybe data science isn't for me. But her goal still is to become a data scientist within 12 months and get hired as real in a real machine learning role. So that's the situation. So in this, what is her challenge? Now, this challenge manifested when she got a chance where her senior manager gave her this chance to do a machine learning pilot project to build a fraud detection probability model for small transaction within the company. And this was a lifetime of a chance for her. But she has no modeling building experience, no understanding of the model evaluation, no coding pipeline beyond tutorials, and no ML intuition for feature engineering. And all these you will learn as you go forward. What these are like, what is feature engineering. And she knows that if she fails, company will outsource machine learning and drop internal DS hiring plans. And the pressure is enormous, to perform. So that's her challenge. So she gets this breakthrough insight that she should stop learning everything and learn only what solves the real problem. And once she understands that, she turns to AI for real help. And she asks, what exact data science skills do I need to solve this fraud problem? And AI gives her a customized skill roadmap that instantly removes the noise in her life. And there are five essential skills that is required for this project. She understands one is to have no Python basics and pandas. Then train test splits and logistic regression is another thing she needs to learn. Then she needs to learn feature engineering for categorical and numerical variable, as we were saying earlier, and then how to evaluate using evaluation matrices like AUC, recall, precision, and finally interpret the model. So these are the five core skills that she needed for this project. And for the first time, learning seems manageable. And she realizes that successful data scientists don't learn everything. They learn what is required to solve business problem, and this becomes her new philosophy. And that's the real breakthrough for her, right? So she, employs a four-stage transformation system, right? And the stage one, she builds minimum viable skills, MVS. You heard of minimal viable products, but there's something called minimum viable skills. So she builds them. Then she builds one real ML projects end to end. Then she builds a proof of the skill portfolio and finally prepares for the interview like a data scientist. So that's a four-stage transformation process. Let's take a look at each of these steps. So in the stage one, instead of mastering infinite topics, she focuses on, the minimum viable skills like Python for data handling, SQL for querying, scikit-learn basic algorithms, and the statistics for probability, right? And in this whole thing, AI tutors her like a personal coach by generating exercises, explaining errors, rewriting codes in simpler forms, visualizing concepts, and quizzing her daily. And the outcome is within 6 weeks, she can load data, clean it, explore it, and run baseline models. So that's stage one of building minimum viable skills, right? In stage two, she picks up a fraud detection pilot as a capstone. Now AI again helps her to interpret each column, engineer features, run logistic regression, and random forest models, tune hyperparameters, compare results, and build confusion metrics and ROC curve and explain the model like a consultant. More important, she now has created, and can create a problem statement, a hypothesis list, a modeling approach, and a business impact summary. And the outcome is that she has now a fully working fraud detection model with 82% recall, far better than existing rule based approach. So that's the stage two of building a one real ML project end to end. In third stage, she, again takes AI's helps to clean up her notebook, you know, make a professional README, creates a GitHub repo, writes executive summary for each project, turn codes into reusable templates, and creates a LinkedIn post showcasing her learnings. And now she also adds two more AI assisted projects of customer churn model using the telecom data set and demand forecasting model using the retail data set. And the outcome for her is as a sharp employee ready portfolio demonstrating her capability. So that's what she does in the stage three. Stage she's four, now she's ready to go for interviews like a data scientist interview. Now again here AI becomes her mock interview. She practices, feature engineering, model selection, trade-off, recall versus precision, SQL challenges, case-based ML question, and explaining your model to CFO kind of questions, end-to-end problem framing. And AI also helps her in this stage as well to create a compelling story, impact-focused answers, a 3 minute self-introduction pitch, and a star responses to behavioral questions. And now she stops sounding like a student and she sounds like a problem solver, a data scientist, a budding data scientist. So, what is the outcome? So, within 9 months, her fraud model is deployed as a decision support tool. She is offered internal transfers to the data science team, and she receives an interview call as well from three major fintech startups. And she accepts an offer as data scientist level one with a 38% salary increase. Now her manager tells her, you don't just use ML, you use ML to solve business problem, and that's what makes you a real data scientist. So that is the outcome, right? So what's her personal insight? So Marina writes in a learning journal that she understood the real secret that data science is not about math, it's about structured thinking and problem solving, right? And she organizes her learnings into three key insights. The first insight is to think like a scientist, not like a programmer, which we normally do if we are a programmer. Start with hypothesis, not model. Second insight is that if there's no one to help, treat AI as your multiplier, a tutor, mentor, debugger, explainer, project coach, mock interview, the works. And third insight is to build a portfolio that beats certificates. Companies hire people who can demonstrate capability, not course completion. So that's what she learns in this whole process. So, what are the key takeaways for anyone who's like you and me is aspiring to become a data scientist? So, first is to start with the real problem, not a course. Build one project deeply, scale your skill from there. You could start with a course to understand what the concepts that you need to learn, and that should again that start from the problem. So, focused approach. Use AI as your learning accelerator. Once you take a course of the right concepts, use AI to Make complex ideas simpler, faster, and practical. Build modular competence. Start with Python, go to SQL, EDA, plus machine learning, plus deployment, and then storytelling. Become business oriented in this whole process. Your job is impact, not algorithms. You must be able to make it business impact and show your work publicly on LinkedIn, GitHub. Make you yourself visible to the potential employers. So those are the key takeaways. So what do we do next now? What else? We start digging into, an overview of how to become a successful data scientist much more formally, much more details. And we will share with you what are their responsibilities. And then in this whole course, we will take to you and see how can you execute them. You could focus on what you need to learn, as we have told in this course, or you could run through first all of them. So thank you so much for watching this introductory case study. I hope you're beginning to learn new things, beginning to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.